Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AIDATUL binti ARSHAD. For this IMS 556 assignment, I will do a public speaking about what is Hypermedia database is. Did you all know what is Hypermedia database? Hypermedia database is a computer information retrieval system that allow a user to access and work on audiovisual recording, text, graphic, and photograph of a stored subject. For example, the World Wide Web is a perfect hypermedia database. So what is the web? The World Wide Web is a type of hypermedia database because it provides results for all available media of a phenomenon. For example, if you search an engine, you search a vehicle, you search a flower, house on a search engine, it gives result of various media that you search for. Which is, if you search a flower, there will blow up many various media of flower on the World Wide Web. The record of items are stored accordingly to the subject of the file. A hypermedia database may also provide a hyperlink to additional information regarding a specified subject. The biggest advantage of hypermedia database as compared of traditional database is that documents are accessed via organized link. For example, Hypermedia database product in today's market, which is Visual Fox Pro and Filmmaker Developer. This brand of software are excellent for creating business and management content. Which is many content creator in business online will do this software and use this software to make a video or content to grow up their business, which is they use a hypermedia database product software to gain more knowledge and to gain people interest in their business. A software application that are more directed to entertainment include Adobe Director, Adobe Flash, Micromedia Autoware, and Matchware Mediator. This is a software application that mostly used by the creator to entertainment their business or their video to show to many people out there. In learning environment, a hypermedia database offers students to create control of their environment. For example, the idea has been used for learning foreign language. Did you know every student in Malaysia or most out Malaysia, they love to learning foreign language such as China language, Korean language, Malay language, English language, French language, to develop their acknowledgement. A user click on a word and listen to an audio of the word pronunciation. For this mean the hypermedia database, a user clicks on such a word, for example, a flower, a color, they will listen to an audio and the word pronunciation in the translator. This help the student to know more and understand more about the language. The database can also provide animation, image, and video for a student to better understand the foreign word. So this will help the student to gain more and understand more about the language that they learn, to gain more their knowledge and to gain more their skill in further future. Okay, if you know what is a hypermedia database, if you understand what I explain what is a hypermedia database, you also can know what is a hypermedia system. Hypermedia system are defined system that combine information related to each other and allow to be viewed together. A multimedia system are interactive, such as a hypermedia. Multimedia system and multimedia database is one of the type of hypermedia. What is the purpose of hypermedia? Hypermedia is a text link on the web browser, which is a hypertext. Hypertext is an extension of which allow you to open a web page. In addition to this, a hypermedia also allow user to click image, movie, graphic, and other media apart from text to create a non-linear network of information that can be viewed in multiple ways. So, from the explanation that I explained, you know more about the hypermedia, right? But you don't know what is a hypertext. Hypertext, what is different between hypermedia and hypertext? In a plain text, hypertext refers to a system of managing information. In hypertext, graphics, sound, and animation are all connected to each other. The text is only component of hypertext. A graphic, image, video, audio, and so on are all allowed. And what is different between a multimedia and hypermedia? Okay, multimedia is a simple collection of a different media, which is where hypermedia refer to media with link to other media in much a broader sense. A hypermedia is something you can see and interact with simultaneously, while multimedia is anything you can see. This is the multimedia we can see in social media. For example, we can see in YouTube, in a web, in an application, with a various type of information in multimedia. But hypermedia is a collection that we see from a database, which is the example that I give. A hypermedia is a database or a document information that we see from a World Wide Web, which is the example that I give you earlier. That is what a different of multimedia and hypermedia. I will explain to you what is the 10 type of hypermedia. First, we have HTML, and then we also have Atom, Voice XML, CCXML, SMIL, SVG, Turtle. This is a 10 type of hypermedia that we can know, and we can understand more about what is hypermedia is. So now, do you understand what is hypermedia is? And do you know what mean by hypermedia? So I will give you a little definition, define what is hypermedia, a sort of example for you to easily understand. A hypermedia is a non-linear medium of information that include graphic, audio, video, plain text, and hyperlink, as well as hypertext. Multimedia is a broader term that may include non-interactive linear presentation as well as hypermedia, which is a different designation, which is a hypermedia and multimedia is a same thing, a same meaning, but the design, the presentation is different. So lastly, what I will summarize the public speaking about the hypermedia database. Hypermedia database is a system to manage something, to manage people, help people to do their work more convenient, more knowledgeable, because hypermedia database is a software, is a thing that help many people, which is to share more knowledge to other people in a easy way. which is we can share a video, share from using a voice, graphic, picture from the World Wide Web, which is the example that I give to you. Hypermedia database is a thing that help not just a public but also a student itself. This is the important thing, which is student needs to know more knowledge, gain more knowledge in the university, in the college, about many things, about many information, many type of thing that they want to know more, to knowledge more from the search engine, which is in the web browser. This means without the hypermedia database, the student cannot easily gain more knowledge and more understand the thing that they want. If we don't have a hypermedia database, imagine what a student can do to find some information, and the student, is it easy for them to find information without the text, not with a video or with a picture, graphic, and others. This thing will be difficult to do without the hypermedia database itself. And also, hypermedia database help the creator, help the businessman, businesswoman that do online business out there, because from the hypermedia database, this help them to gain more viewers, gain more customer, and gain more income in their online business. Which means the hypermedia database is not just only important for students, it also important for many people out there itself. That's all from me. Thank you for learn, thank you for hear, and thank you for enjoy my video. That's all for my public speaking. Thank you very much. Bye bye and Assalamualaikum.